Thank you for choosing Synovision Medical Imaging Products. Today I will introduce the function and operation of the post-processing software application, CT subtraction angiography, Ctdsa. Let's take processing the arterial vessels as an example. First, we need to load the non-contrast and the arterial phase images to the Ctdsa processing interface. In the patient management list, select the patient for Ctdsa scan. In the series list below, hold down the Control key and left-click to select both the non-contrast series and the arterial phase series. Right-click and select Add Process. Then select Subtraction Angiography to enter the Ctdsa interface. Or we can use the Ctdsa icon from the lower right corner to load the images to the Ctdsa processing interface. After entered in the Ctdsa interface, a pop-up window displays the two series we selected before. Check if they are correct. The left side should be the non-contrast series. The right side should be the arterial phase series. Click OK if they are correct. If not, we can use the Select button to reselect the series. Now we click the OK button to enter the processing interface. This is the view area. On the left side of the view area is the non-contrast series, and the right side is the arterial phase series. The functional toolbar is displayed on the right side of the screen. On top of the toolbar, there are some general tools. We can see Ctdsa in the upper part of the toolbar. Below it is the Ctdsa specific tools. Through the plus icon, we can select series. If we have loaded all the patient image series here, then we need to use this tool to import the required series into the processing interface. The second tool is the Subtraction Execution button. In the drop-down menu, there are Registration Subtract and Point-to-Point Subtract. They correspond to two kinds of subtraction methods. Let us take the Registration Subtract as an example to perform subtraction. If there is no problem with the loaded series in the view area, click this button to execute the subtraction. The operation of point-to-point subtraction is as follows. After clicking on point-to-point subtract, we need to use the tissue extraction tool, manual extraction, to extract the blood vessels, and then proceed to the next step. The remaining steps are the same as registration subtraction. These two buttons behind the subtraction execution button are strong subtraction and weak subtraction options. When the contrast concentration in the blood vessel is high, select strong subtraction. When the concentration is low, select weak subtraction. The system defaults to strong subtraction. After performing the subtraction, we can see the 1:3 layout in the view area. The 3D image is displayed here, and then there are the axial, coronal and sagittal images. In the middle of the functional toolbar, there is the tissue list. We can see the body, bone and blood vessel are listed here, which means that after performing the subtraction, the bones and blood vessels are extracted from the body and modeled separately. At the top right of the tissue list, we can adjust the protocol and opacity of a selected tissue. If the automatic vascular subtraction result is inaccurate, we can use the staining and erasing functions at the bottom of the tissue list to correct the blood vessels. If the subtraction result is good, we can go to the next step to extract and analyze the branches of blood vessels. In this interface, we can see these buttons on the functional toolbar: Seed, Extract Single Vessel, Extract Vessel Tree, Edit Center Line, Extend Center Line, Connect Center Lines. We will introduce how to use them one by one later. Vessel extraction steps. Select Seed button. On the 3D image in the view area, click on the blood vessel that we have pre-processed to place the seed points. After placing the seed points is done, Click the Extract Single Vessel button to extract a single blood vessel. We can do a 360-degree rotation on the Ctdsa image to observe from all angles, and make sure that the center line is in the center of the blood vessel, which will affect the next analysis result. Click the Edit Center Line button. We can edit the center line on the 3D enlarged blood vessel cross-sectional view and the Ctdsa images. Drag the seed points to edit. In the extracted vessel list, we can double-click the vessel name to rename the vessel. Here we can only name it manually. In addition to extracting a single vessel, we can also perform vessel tree extraction. Place the seed points at the main vessel, branch vessels, and the bifurcation respectively. Press Extract Vessel Tree to extract. During our daily clinical use, sometimes we encounter that the blood vessel is not completely extracted. Only a section of the whole blood vessel is extracted. If we need to extract the whole blood vessel intactly, we can use the function of Extend Center Line. The steps are as follow. First, select the seed button. Place the seed point on the extension part of the extracted blood vessel. Then click the Extend Center Line button. We can see that the whole blood vessel has been extended. Sometimes we encounter two fragmented blood vessels, and we want to connect them together. In this case, we can use the Connect Center Lines function. The steps are as follow. Hold down the Control key, and select the two blood vessels that need to be connected. Then click the Connect Center Lines button. We can see that the new blood vessel has been extracted, and we can also see from each image that the center line of the whole blood vessel are connected together. After the above blood vessel processing is completed, we click Next Step to proceed with blood vessel measurement and analysis. The specific steps are: after clicking the next step, we have entered the analysis interface. In the view area, we can see the Ctdsa image, the analysis result table, the enlarged blood vessel cross-sectional view for the lesion and two reference positions, the axial image, and Ctdsa. Here the image is the lesion layer. In the functional toolbar from top to bottom there are center line, whether to display the center line or not, contour line, whether to display the contour line or not, the blood vessel list. Here we can select the blood vessel for analysis. Below it is the contour line editing and drawing. If the automatic analysis result for contour line is inaccurate, we can draw the contour line manually. Select the Draw Vessel Contour button, and on the enlarged image hold down the left mouse key to draw. This operation will directly affect the analysis result. After the drawing is completed, click the Accept check mark to confirm. The software will automatically analyze the result, and the analysis result table will be updated accordingly. For where there is stenosis, we need to perform plaque analysis. Click the Extract Plaque button, and click on the upper and lower ends of the stenosis on the Ctdsa image to define. The software will automatically calculate the analysis results, and display them in the result table in the upper right corner. We can switch the tabs between stenosis and plaque. Right-click on the 2D in the lower left corner of each view window. We can switch between 2D, MIP, AIP, and MINIP display modes. Left-click on where it displays the window width and window level. We can manually enter the window width window level value. For MIP, AIP, MINIP display modes, we can left-click on the layer thickness to change it manually. The parameters in the stenosis analysis table include area, equivalent diameter, maximum diameter, minimum diameter, and position. Position refers to the distance from the proximal end. The analysis results for reference layer 1, lesion layer, and reference layer 2. The parameters in the plaque analysis table include the compositions grouped according to the CT value. It is divided into plaque, blood vessel wall, lumen, and calcification. The area of the reference layer 1, the lesion layer, and the reference layer 2, and finally the volume results of all layers. The coordinate system below. The vertical axis represents the area of the blood vessel, and the horizontal axis represents the distance to the proximal end. The third button at the bottom of the functional toolbar is a unique function of this plugin, which is whether the two reference lines are linked with the lesion line. The above processing results can be saved in the database or sent to the report as required. The specific operations are: select the image to be saved, and click the Save button in the lower right corner, or the Send to Report button. The introduction of Ctdsa operation is stopped here. Thank you for watching.